Right, someone suggested I make a video of what I'm doing here, and this is where it all starts. These fellas, nila in Indonesian, or tilapia, living in a 2-meter tank. It's 2 by 2 circumference. Fed with sprinkler hose there, pipe there, sorry. Running 2 air bubble stones, one on each side of the pond. See the hose going up, and also a pump in the water. It's turning the pond around, turning the water around in the pond. That's the 2-meter pond. I put some of that freshwater plants in there to help aerate the water a bit and clean it. In this pond, the tank here, is my fingerlings. I can't see them because they're hiding down the bottom there somewhere. And that's a 1 meter by 1 meter tank. That's the fingerling tank, and that's the 2-meter tank. Now they're both outlets, come down that pipe there. And then the bottom of the swell filter, just here, doing a great job. Bit of muck on the top was due to be cleaned, but I'll be cleaning that in the next few days. It's been about 2 weeks sitting in there, probably even longer, but some people suggested I'd do it every 2 weeks. So some outlets, top one's for clean water, the bottom one's for the muck down the bottom. I sort of put on a biofilter as well, but it doesn't necessarily need it. Anyway, so the water comes from the fish, the bottom of the tank, exits the top bottom of the tank, and goes into the bottom of the biofilter. And this is the biomedia bubbling away in there in the air stone. It comes out of the biofilter. I put another gravel filter here. Basically, it's a bin half full with gravel, with a plastic mesh about 4 inches from the bottom, and the gravel on top. The water just trickles from the bottom up and goes out that outlet into the sump tank. Comes in here. Pumped in the tank there, feeds both the fish, also feeds the media bed, 2 NFT systems, and Dutch bucket system in the middle. So overall, plants are doing well. Got the mesh on it. And this is bok choy. I'm growing bok choy in this NFT. Basically, I'm growing all bok choy. Started some tomatoes. They're doing pretty well. Nice and healthy. Now that's running, basically, start from the beginning. It's coming from the sump, feeding into the buckets. It's draining out of that 2-inch pipe down there into that sump, which is basically another sump that I built or installed. Its own little power source, and it exits out of the U-bend, goes under the ground, all the way to the sub tank, which is the white pipe there. Just a 3/4 pipe, that's enough for now, just to drain the water out of that sump. I've got to get the balance right. It's taken me a few hours, but I think I've got it, so that it's not won't overflow and the pump won't take too much water out and you'll dry up. Anyway, that's a Dutch bucket system. More bok choy with some seedlings starting down there, which is cucumber, tomatoes in that tray. I've got some capsicum or pepper, red and black and red and green and yellow, which I've been transferring once they get a bit mature into there, which is basically, oh sorry, the mesh is in the way, can't really see them, but they're right in their corner there. And the media bed, obviously it's a 4.8 by 1.2 meter wide by 300 deep. Gravel media is 250 deep with a bow siphon, and this is doing pretty well as well. So like I said, it's all been fed from one pump in the sump, all coming down this 3/4 inch pipe to its own inlet, carries on through to the inlet on this for the NFC, carries on through, inlet on this, the Dutch buckets, and again to here for this NFT. Eventually we're going to be putting a deep water bed in here, but first of all we're trying to make sure that this system is running well first before we do any additions. And this is basically a system that we built from scratch, and it's working very well. Just have to get the balances right, the feed rate, as well as the nutrient levels. We started off at, I think it was, remember correctly, 5 ammonia per parts per million. I think it was 5 nitrates per million, and it went up to 10 nitrate. pH sitting around about 7.2. But the last test I did last Wednesday was the same, was 5 and 25, pH still at 7. This system's been running for since March 14th. March, April, May, we're now in June, so it's just over 2 months it's been running. But yep, it's doing pretty well. I'm surprised at the growth, how fast some of the things are growing. Yeah, so it's all these fellas in here, gasping some air. I'll put some covers on the side just to stop the heat from heating up the water too much, so it acts sort of a bit of a shade for the tank. So I think probably why the fish is suffocating a bit, because the water, I felt the water before and it was pretty warm. And that was about 2 hours ago. Anyway, this is Aquaponics at Road Organics in Bali, Bali, Indonesia. This is our greenhouse, which is basically all run off hydroponics, growing lettuce and bok choy at the moment. This is the addition, the new greenhouse we're putting up. Wayne is actually building all this by himself, and soon to be put the walls in and the deep water beds for the hydroponic system. So he's probably going to put 6 beds in here, and it will be filled up with whatever we can produce. Anyway, aquaponics and hydroponics in Bali. you like the video, hit subscribe down the bottom there, Roto Organics videos, and I'll try and do as many videos as I can. I'm not really a blogger or whatever you call them, people who produce videos to put on YouTube, but yeah, it's a beautiful spot. We've been doing some getting some beds ready. It's been sitting for about 2 weeks now. We're just gonna do some cucumbers and tomatoes and some bell peppers or capsicum, cassava, taro plants growing, and some sweet potato. Just gotta weed the garden and you'll see it better. Yeah, we'll also planted some papaya. That'll act as some shade later for, and probably make a feature looking nice on the block. Papaya, some more papaya, and another one in the corner there. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Don't forget, click the subscribe button, and I'll try and keep some updates happening. This is Roto Organics, Aquaponics Hydroponic growers. Signing off.